Hey everybody, Moo here. I have been playing a new game for the past 5 or 6 days, maybe a week. I don't know, dude. Who keeps track of time during the whole COVID pandemic thing anyways? Especially a nocturnal creature like myself. Anyways, this game is called Brawl Stars. It's been out for about 2 years. It is a mobile game. If you've played League, if you played Dota 2, you're going to pick this up easy. It's the exact same thing, but there's a lot more going on in terms of the different game modes, the maps. I might as well just show you that. So you have like things like gem grab, where your team of 3 faces an enemy team of 3, and you have to collect these rubies that appear, or gems, whatever, on the map. And then the first one to get like 10 and hold on to them for a set amount of time wins. But within every set amount of hours, like 24 hours or 20 hours, you can see there's a clock on the new event little banner thing at the top, you get a new variation of that game mode. So as you guys know, most mobile games, they have like one core map and that's basically it. This one, not only do you have like, 7 different game modes or 6 different game modes, but there's variations within those. So it keeps it fresh, it keeps it fun. I dig it. Showdown is my favorite. You can see there's solo and duo. You can play it solo if you want to farm trophies. That is by far the most efficient way to do it. Every win gives you 10 trophies. That's the most you can collect. And it is a very good way to do it because your fate is in your own hands. And there's many strategies you can abuse when you become the smartest player in the arena. And that is what we are here to learn. That is what I like about new games. And of course, as you've probably seen from the title of the video, you know where I'm going to be going with this. But I just want to show you guys another quick thing. So, Trophy Road. This is where you unlock the Trophy Road free brawlers. That's what this video is all about. If you watch other YouTubers that have been covering this game since it launched, they're going to max everything out. They have everything. If you're starting fresh, if you're a noob like me, you're not on their level. They got all their gadgets, their star power. These are essentially different skills you get for your brawlers as you level them up. You get gadgets at level 7, you get star power at level 9. So of course, if you're going to be facing someone that has those things and all you have is the core skill, you're going to get the spanking. Oh, unless they're really bad. So that is how it is. But essentially how trophies work, again, as I mentioned, if you play solo showdown, you get a win, you get 10 trophies. The more wins, the more trophies you get. And as you can see, there's many different free rewards you can acquire simply by playing the game and doing relatively well. It is a lot easier to gain trophies at the very beginning. The more trophies you accumulate, the higher your rank, the more punishment there is involved when you lose games. So, for example, if you have like, say a brawler in the 6, 7, 800 plus trophy range, if you lose a game, you're going to get penalized and lose more trophies because you're in a higher tier bracket. So, those are different things we can cover in a different video. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. Here's my man Tick. He's going to be in this video. You can unlock him at 4,000 trophies. Anyways, let's get going with the core portion of this video. So, our number 3 pick for the most toxic character, brawler in this game is going to be Dynamite. So as you're going to be able to see from the gameplay video right over there, what he does is he has 3 charges, 3 ammo if you will, and he's going to be tossing these over walls, over barriers, whatever you have in your imagination of a place to toss this dynamite. That's where he's going to toss it. So he's going to be incredibly oppressive to those characters that cannot throw over walls, that cannot attack from range, because essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be kiting them around, you're going to be throwing grenades in their path, they're going to be losing their shite, and they're going to be tilting. Tilting is the core principle behind what I'm going to try to get you to do to other players. So essentially, you want to get them to tilt, you want to ambush them, you want to drive them crazy, because when you drive them crazy, what they're going to do is they're going to lose their patience, they're going to overextend beyond that reach, beyond that level where it is safe for them to retreat. Once they cross that line, there's no more retreating. And you know what's going to be waiting on the other side of that line? More dynamite and possibly a massive nuke, which is his super. So the cool thing about a lot of these characters is once you get really good at aiming, 2 attacks that land on another player or 3 will generally land you with a super fully charged. A lot of these supers, especially for the 3 that we will be talking about now, are souped up versions of their primary abilities. And that is awesome. Okay, so the way you want to play him, again, as I mentioned, you want to kite people around the map. You want to make and abuse your dynamite in a way that they cannot retaliate. So it's very much a rock, paper, scissors game. All of these games are in a similar type of boat, all the MOBAs. You know, you have long range, you have short range, you have brawlers, you have characters that have more utility than others that have more offensive power, others that have more defensive power. It's essentially a more complicated game of rock, paper, scissors, right? So with Dynamite, if you're going to be in an open area and you have a sniper on the other side, you are the paper, they are the scissors. You're not going to be like, oh, it's the scissors. Hey, what are you guys doing over there? Let's hang out. No, they're not going to hang out. They're going to be cutting you a new one. So you want to take the playing field, look at it, and make sure that when you engage the enemy, you're doing so on your terms and to your strengths. So you're not going to be crossing the desert, the open desert, towards an enemy that is ready to unload their load into the back of your head. No, you're going to lure them in, you're going to pressure them, you're going to drive them crazy, and then you're going to pop their head off. So, speaking of popping heads off, we're going to talk about the second most toxic and super fun character, brawler in this game, dude. Shelly is going to be number 2 on our toxicity list, and the best thing about Shelly is she is the very first brawler you get in the game. She is the one you're going to be starting your journey into the Brawl Stars universe, and she is fun, powerful, and super satisfying to play. Now, she might not be the best later on when you get into the super high trophy leagues, but at the very beginning, when you start your journey and your trophies are low, you will be matched with people that are on your same level. You're not going to get people that have all the gadgets, all the star power. You're going to get people that just have the basic skill like you, so you're not going to get spanked every time you get into a match. And she will most certainly do a lot of spanking on your behalf. Now, if you've played any FPS game ever, if you've seen any zombie apocalypse movie ever, you know that a shotgun is an incredible tool for close range combat. That is her strength. Remember, like I said in the Dynamite portion of our evaluation of the game, it's all about playing that rock, paper, scissors game. Play to your strengths, avoid your weaknesses. You're not going to go out and be like, hey, snipers, I'm here. No, you're not going to do that. They're definitely going to own you. What you want to do is you want to bring people into the close quarters. You want to lure them into the forest. You want to, you want to be a ninja spider is basically what you want to do. You want to bring them into your web, into your forest, into the bush that you are hiding in. And then you're going to unload on them at close range. Point blank range, she will one-shot just about anyone unless they have like a massive power box advantage on you, which they shouldn't have. Because again, with her, you can just kind of hit and run those power boxes. It just takes like 2 or 3 shots once you get a couple of them. And you can kind of load up, maybe get like 3 or 4, and then start setting up your web. When people walk past your bush or whatever you may be hiding, wherever you have laid your traps, you will just have to tap them once and they're basically gone. It is incredibly satisfying, dude. I cannot tell you. It always makes me laugh every time it happens. Like unsuspecting guy in the woods. Oh, look at those trees. Oh, those flowers. Boom! Headshot! You send them straight into the next game. They won't even know what hit them. So, super, super satisfying, as you've seen in the gameplay window over there. But yeah, make sure you play to your strengths. Otherwise, you're going to have a rough time with her. Again, she's a close range hero, And you got to make sure that you are playing at close range. Otherwise, you're going to be restarting the game a lot. You know what I mean? So, now we're going to be moving on to our number one most toxic, most devious creature in Brawl Stars, according to me, a beginner. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people will feel the same way. Tick is our number one most toxic, most devious creature in Brawl Stars. This guy is an absolute menace, but even though I prefer using Solo Showdown to farm all of my trophies for the most part, especially for the first 500 anyways, because 3v3 is the main, kind of the core aspect of the game, he also definitely works best in a 3v3 setting. The reason being is he's extremely squishy. He is basically your glass cannon in this game. And because that is the case, you need somebody up front, a tank, or a support brawler to kind of help you out, absorb some of the incoming damage, and let you abuse hard chokes. Those are the maps. This dude is absolutely going to rain fire and hell upon the enemy team. They're going to be tilted out of their minds. They're going to get super frustrated. They're going to push even harder. Like I mentioned, that is the name of the game. When you're first starting, you want to make your opponents make as many mistakes by pissing them off as hard as possible. And no one does it better than Tick, dude. On a map that is a hard choke map, they have to come through that hard choke. For example, gem grab. They have to come straight down the middle, depending on which variation of that map you get, or the train variation, which is also a really good map for Tick, in my opinion, because you have this train that kind of goes around the map and blocks their way, and if they also get hit by the train, they take a huge amount of damage. They could easily get killed by the train, so they have to basically wait while the train is doing its thing and also absorbing the sheer amount of punishment you're going to be raining down upon them. So hard chokes are your friend. Your enemies are going to get reduced to 1 HP by the time they're through that choke, and your team is going to clean them up. And if your team happens to die in the process of cleaning them up, that's okay, because 2 of his regular abilities, which as you're seeing in the gameplay video, he launches 1 bomb that splits into 3 smaller bombs. Have you seen Iron Man, the first movie? Of course you have. Who has not? That is the best movie ever made, dude. That is my number 1 favorite movie. Anyways, that rocket that Tony Stark was kidnapped and put in that cave to develop for those terrorists, that is his weapon, dude. That is why he is one of the most toxic things I have seen in any game. So he shoots out this bomb. It splits into multiple smaller pieces. Each one is a bomb in itself that detonates, does quite a bit of damage. And not only that, you can control the playing area, because obviously people are not going to charge straight through your bombs. You can kind of guide them wherever you want them to go. You want to funnel them through. And if you hit 2 of those bombs or 2 of those primary skills onto a target, you get your super, which is essentially a massive homing bomb. So yes, you just lay this bomb down and it will target whatever it sees on screen as an enemy. It will directly go there and it will lay everything to waste. It will set fire to their world. It will crush their dreams, end their queue, possibly an uninstall if we have successfully done our job. But, hopefully not, because we still need the players to collect their trophies, farm them for trophies. So Tick is an absolute menace. If you use him with the right team members to support you, give you some heals, give you some tanking up front, you will not allow the enemy to move 1 inch, and you're going to be dominating them throughout. I currently have him only about around 300 or 400 because I am farming the shotgun wielders in the game for trophies. That they are significantly better for solo queue in my opinion, because they do so much damage, and again you can abuse them in the bushes and win almost every single time. If not, at least you get 2nd or 3rd and still collect your trophies. So that is another reason I like Solo Showdown. Even if you don't finish in 1st, you still get trophies. You come in 2nd, you get 8 trophies. So it's significantly more efficient in my opinion as far as trophy farming is concerned. So That's going to do it for me, guys. These are my top 3 most toxic, most cancerous, most devious brawlers in the game. And you should absolutely use all 3 of them. Punish your enemies, take all of their trophies away, you know, induce the salt rage, and move on. Collect your boxes, collect your brawlers, collect all the nice rewards this game has to offer, which is actually quite generous in my personal opinion. And have a great time. So, if you like this video, make sure to give a thumbs up. Make sure to sub if you haven't already. And for those of you that have, I appreciate you all very, very much. As always, thank you so much for your likes and your views and those subs, of course. And if you guys like this game, if you want more videos on this game, make sure to let me know. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.